We are where the mainland turns. We've sheltered in the past, now we sail to meet it. The journey back starts from one coast and moves down the glen's scar. We end where we begin, at the salt road of the Eastern Firth, on a false isle with two bridges, one of water, flung as slat is flung, a skimmer over inland water in a curragh made of leather, timber, hazel rod and twine, digging to another coast again through layers of sediment and time, through stones of lime and sand, down west. Our curragh burling like a key, the prophecy that boats would sail around the fairy hill's bend. When building a canal, you start at the beginning and the end. It all came true. The sea had taken many elsewhere. We had to learn to sail through land. We dug. Our shovels hit the mud. We saw our faces in the monstrous water. Keeling at the bow, Columba prays for them and us. We have seen the short seas of Loch Ness froth, like an industry was moving underneath its skin. Hear the navvy's hammer split, a railway line, an ammonite, two bridges, one of stone. The asteroid of the Minch is overhead and deep. Herring girls are singing, echoes through the rigging, but there is no return. Our curragh closes in the salt road. We have sheltered long in the past, now we sail to open it. Wake to a horizon out with land, opening to the sea loch, to Caledonia's scar, to where we've always been, where the mainland turns.
Éistif, slúasrach ar a bhol, fin sciol an bracha roi, meach mianama a luascach, long thiirsteach ar a chuáin, scialachcan a nochcach ar gach murmháin. Uair gar ó silva mírfallan, ans gach avin is stac, ulavishtin de gá is híte. Uas an múhteach clárach tir a van. Iachishk na hea ag barlochan dún, irichan fehenach mioch neste, tan a lecke van a lochlan knaven, wie een rien maar ommer die mio aspek. Spie chavach gesturig een platjeke, an a nieter chor I vrekken. Gus een wie een duigur a ries wat njacht, bullekenen, tjun an oog, se chop. Ha jachtrir coolaf nam fin skjol, a hanig le fókrich morsant yn jach falafin. Yn syl yn coni a gasic, the askich aunskach anich. As rwy'n maran yn drohich, etter Samarkand skals yn stor, rytanig bwyn ar y gyddyrin, yn grin yn gwranger yn or. Hi knoen spain go charbien, a vies na gest a schon na drochhul. Gonsoel a rash, hi colm kilenure, le neven ille aan zijn jaar. Och kronen voor hein na jachtri, vir horme trot le skiolachken. Smedje marek brisig na fare, e scheine gyrsker, sula skere. Eestjef.
There's a went at the socking of the tide, where a fast morrow, atween Utfell and Lantfell, soch and end, where I doot we might start o'er again. A sglent a time to tell him recht, tell him backlands if we could. For the outset, we'd apologised and get to work. Imagine, every adnasier a heimferen, for a we'd kissin' awa, nu spirit up a the shirmel. A skirtfu o herring lasses lachter, the hulls of store broken boats come back hill and findy for the throat a rees. Glit, dwines fill yum water, the scarf flachters on cruckled wings. The wren goose swallows her bully spurs. We'd gan as glaciers growled back their skin, and every visic, every wilt minding o' what we were, we would hint was up, a handsel for the dube, warming in the luff. We'd ging to the ebb and grave for words lang suckened, then put them back into our mouths, a sat and iron, a new old wet per our tongues. We'd learn to spick the lead o' tides again, and lo the wild sang of the artery of the gulf. We'd lang for yachting was pulsing, it was too. Imagine we could tack it back, what was wilt and what was acred. There's a went at the socking of the tide, or a fast morrow, a sglent of time where we might start o'er. But nay Nando's the tides of time. For the outset, we'll apologise, then get to work.